T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight. I get a call from GameStop and the lady says your pre-order is here. Sorry for the delay, but your Arkham Knight figure is here. And you can come pick it up. I get the GameStop, she rings it up, and it's like street data and I can't get it for 3 more days. So I'm like, oh, okay. She called some district manager, but they said I couldn't get it. And right when I was almost out of the mall, somebody ran up on me and they was like, you still want the figure? And I'm like, yeah, cool beans. Isn't that a great story? Here is the Arkham Knight out of packaging, and I haven't been this frustrated in so long. He looks good. I mean, the detailing puts Marvel Legends to shame. I mean, looks very, very good. And the posability puts Marvel Select to shame in some areas. And, well, I should say that as far as the other figures, the first figures I bought. But this figure, let me just get right into it. Number one, disappointing thing. No bicep swivel. It's just a solid bicep. No double jointed elbows. Getting him to hold this is just at an awkward upper angle like that. I mean, it can happen, but it's frustrating. The head isn't really on a hinge. It may be a rocking ball in there, but he can't look up at all. He can look down a little bit, but he can't look up. Now, I saw another review from an up-and-coming reviewer, and I noticed that he had this in the packaging, but that person didn't show this off. What I was happy about, not only does he have a diaphragm joint, but he has a super deep ab crunch, like in both directions. Of course, the molding and coloring stops there because you're not supposed to bend them that far. But he has a super ab crunch. And the legs, I don't like this swivel like right here mid-thigh. It's like you could put them in poses, but they just look awkward and weird. This ankle pivot, he has it. Or the ankle rocker, he has an ankle rocker. But it doesn't bend in a way that's like functional. It's like it doesn't like necessarily pivot. You have to turn the whole leg, and now his foot is out to that side. So you have to be super duper creative with your poses here. But articulation aside, he looks very good and is covered in good molding and detail. Like, look at this arm guard right here. I mean, that looks mechanical right there. It looks metal and rusted. He has a hinge right there on the wrist. This is a softer material, so it moves out of the way when you're posing and whatnot, which is cool. And let me show you more details. I mean, it looks like he popped out of the game, which is good. You can see his little bag right there. I don't know what that is. I know these are grenades. I'm not exactly sure what that is right there. But all that looks good. Let me show you what his back looks like when he leans forward. That's a little bit weird. When he leans back, it goes in, which might throw people off too. Here's this molding. One thing I noticed, I don't know if anybody wants to see this. When I was trying to pose him, I'm like, that is some awkward sculpting right there. It's like you can see the back of his sack. He does have double jointed knees. He doesn't have like a boot swivel or anything. And the feet can go back like that. And another thing about these ankles, they're loose as hell. And these are thick, heavy figures. So not being able to stand up unless you get like really creative is a problem. So I guess I'm going to have to try floor polish, or I'm going to put him somewhere and forget about it. Or put him back in his damn box. But here's a close-up on this gun. Spoiler alert. Because the gun looks just like this gun here, or it's very reminiscent. It's like an extended version. Well, I can see now that it is, because that's the same molding. So I don't know if he's trying to hide his identity from Batman. It's very easy. And if you don't know, this is Red Hood's guns. Even has the Red Hood symbol right there. The barrel has a hole molded in right there, which is cool. It looks nice. But I wish to goodness that he could actually freaking hold it right. Oh boy. Now, like I had him in a pose when I started. And he is posable. And I am capable of getting him to stand up. But those weak ankles, and I could imagine that they're going to be on all of them, because the other figures I have don't have very strong ankles either. So I don't know. Let me show a close-up on his face. Just in case. Come on. Focus. Work with me, camera. There we go. Now let's see if you can see any similarities. Yeah. It's just a faceless helmet. Here's the back. Gives you a Batman vibe. And you will see why they would call him Arkham Knight, just like Dark Knight. Anyway. And here's this comparison. His left hand isn't really molded to hold a gun, so I couldn't get the guns in there. And as you can see, Red Hood holds his gun way better than he can, because he has swivel and double jointed elbows. They tricked me. They got me, because Batman has bicep swivel and double jointed elbows. I think Harley at least even has bicep swivel. I got to go look at her. But I was at least expecting him to be the same level as them two. And I'm disappointed. I mean, I guess I'm happy to have him. He looks good. But he'll just be mostly just standing there most of the time, because he's definitely not fun to pose at all. It took me forever to get those poses. And don't be scared to pose these guys. The main thing you got to do is like lift the legs up, because these joints in the legs and other parts of the body beside the ankle are tight. And it feels like you're going to rip or break something. But if you lift it up and then put it to the side, you can get them into poses like that. But I don't know. If you like this review, give me a like. Give me a share, comment, subscribe, definitely. T-Man 978, out of here. Till next time.